no clue what to do today. This is a tricky part of my art journal because this is where the ribbon is. So I don't know if I can tape it, but I'm going to try. Alright, I'm back and I think it's sufficiently cooked. There's still some spots that are kind of wet, but for the most part it's good enough. So what I think I want to do is spray it with some paint first. Let's see here, I've got not a terrible amount of sprays, and a lot of them I made myself, so we'll see how well they work. I wonder if I spray this first with water. I don't want it to get me. Probably should have sprayed that side too. Oh well, might as well go all in now. Well, it's red. Let's see if I dab some off. Ooh, that's kind of nice. It looks kind of cool where the gesso lifted off the paper. It's darker. It's absorbed into the paper, but neat. Maybe some yellow. Nothing to it but to do it, right? Where do I want it? At the top or the bottom? Remembering what this looks like. It's not too bad. Okay. I'm gonna dry this and I will be right back. Okay, it's dry. Now what? Maybe gelato. Come on. Let it free. Let it free. Be free. There we go. Got pink. White. Red. So mush. Let's put these back. Just don't want the outline where that was on either side. Oh, that's neat. Check this out. So, let's see if I can zoom in here. I gotta figure this out because my camera, I had to move it. So if I want to go in, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go right in here. I'm gonna spray it the wrong way. Am I out of water? Of course I am. Let me get more water. Okay. Spray the water down. Then put the towel down. And when you absorb the water, you get these little splashes where it removed the color. Pretty neat. I wonder if I use a bigger spray, get bigger blobs. Let's try it down here. I'm going to cover up the rest just in case. I don't want to get everything soaking wet. Oh, that was soaking wet. Let's see. Oh, it's still pretty neat. Be more careful. Is that in frame? No. Just swipe it off. Yeah, it's a pretty neat texture. I like it. Just more ready to here. Right here. Goodness gracious, I gotta figure out my camera. It's terrible. I don't know if it sits so it does better or what. Ooh, neat. Oh, that's so cool. That is really neat. More cat hair. Come off. Very cool. I think it's more subtle over here, and I don't want subtle. I want it noticeable. That is so neat. Try some littler ones. So neat. I'm so tickled with that, but I am. What do you know? I'm going to zoom back out. Maybe if I can find the button. Really, where is the button? This is just sad. There it is. Wrong way. Of course. Where were we? I think right about there. Who knows? So that makes me happy. Looks really neat. Let's put some in here. Maybe because the colors aren't as dark, you don't see it as much there. I don't know. Oh well. Just going to go for it anyways. Alright, so if you're not familiar with a gelato, this is what they look like. color is on the lid, and you open it like a chapstick or lip gloss, and you turn it up and down just like lip gloss, and there's your pigment, and it's nice and creamy, and you can rub it in. You can get it wet with water and paint it around like paint. So this is just a little pot of watercolor paint with, I believe it has mica in it or something to make it nice and shiny. So I'm gonna get it wet. And get a paintbrush. And then swipe it around. Look, it's all shimmery and pretty. I think the longer you let this sit with the water to loosen up the paint, the more sparkly it becomes. But I'm impatient. So I'm gonna get some sparkles on there. And then I'm gonna grab another brush and I'm just gonna flick it. Get on there. And flick it everywhere. And then I'm going to let this dry, so I'll be right back as soon as I figure out where the stop record button is. Alright, managed to find the record button again, so the camera got turned back on. Wonder of wonders. And it's got some sparkle. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but yeah, it's subtle, but it's cute. So I'm thinking hearts. Knife instead. I feel like I have a little bit more control with that. Line up the holes. That's much better. Much better. Alright. Trying not to cover each one because I don't want it to look like a square. A little more random. Like that. And then I'm going to take a little piece of this one. This is just the backing off a piece of tape. Let me grab it really quick and show you. It's for drywall, I believe, and this is the tape. And then this is the background, and I just use it like Punchinella people use. Use what you got. I think I'm right. I forgot to record. All I did was dry the gesso and then I painted it red. That's all. I'm gonna work on this side. Alright, and dry once again. So, when I was drying it, I ended up spraying it with a little bit of water and then touching it with my towel. And it made, this side was drier when I decided to do it, but this side was still wet and I did it, and then I went like that. And it lifted off some of the paint and made a really cool texture again, so I'm going to have to keep that one in mind for next time because I think it looks really cool. I think with the pink, I want to try to go over the areas with a dry brush. Maybe not that kind, maybe flat brush. With the pink, getting very little paint on the brush. Wipe some off. And then you just want to go over those areas. Very cool. Is it picking that up? Looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to coat the whole thing now with a coat of Collage Podge, which is like Mod Podge, but it's a little bit thinner. Alright, I'm back. After it dried, I also went through and looked for a quote and kind of tried to come up with an idea of what I want to do next. And this is my quote book, which is just a spiral notebook with quotes in it. But I liked imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, achieve with all your might. So that's what I'm gonna go with. So my Mod Podge is dry, and I'm gonna go around the edge of the heart, paint out of the way, with this Pitt. It's a Faber-Castell Pitt brush pen, and it's Indian ink, and it when you have a non-porous surface and then you write with this, you have a couple of minutes or seconds to smush it around with your finger to kind of blend it in a little bit, but once it's dry, it's permanent. So these are pretty cool. And I wish I had one in a darker red color so I could do tone-on-tone shading, but I don't, so I'm going to go with black. I think. Yeah, commit. So just going to do that, and I'm going to push it around. At first I was going to use charcoal, but the charcoal, it can come off, which I have a fixative that I could spray on it, but it smells really bad. You have to spray it outside, and it's like 21 degrees below zero today, so it's just not going to happen. So we'll just go with this. But I do like my charcoal pencil a lot. That's going to be tricky. That's alright. I kind of wish I had the red. I think it would have been cuter. That's okay. And then side 2. So there we go. I feel like this needs more. There. And then I'm thinking about painting this red as well. And dry. Again. Okay, so now to put my quote on, I want to use, remember these? These are an oldie moldy, right? I think I can open it. I did it! It's a miracle. I'm just gonna, this impossible packaging, I tell ya. Oh, there's an eye. I-M-A. Have an eye. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so when I was drying it, I left it in one spot too long and it burned my label. It looks cool, so I burned this one too. Ha, neat. Pretty cool. Alright, so this one, achieve. And I want it to only be where this ends, so that's my line. Maybe I'll put tape. I'll put this one because it doesn't stick as much. Just a little piece. Got a little piece of masking tape here so I know. Let me see. Alright. Okay. Then I want to put some white back on here. I'll go with a painty pin, I think. Oops, let's just touch the white parts. I feel like it needs something else, but I'm not quite sure what. Looks good. Alright, I'm gonna dry it. I'll be right back. Okay, it's dry. And I've put some more white. Well, apparently it wasn't all dry because there's a little piece of schmutz. Okay, and then I add a little bit of pink. If I can get it off of here. Nope, that won't work. Maybe down here. Alright, like that too. All that's left is stamp, and it is come on, phone. January 29th. Got my stays on. stays on as permanent ink. It's like Sharpie ink. There we go. Isn't this stamp cute? I just love it. I want to use it. Just makes me happy. Alright, so there we go. Imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, achieve with all your might. Here we go. I feel like it needs a little bit of something something on here. Looks too pristine. Okay. Alright, there you go. Thanks for watching.